We're going to do the same thing. We didn't prepare any slides. We're just going to demo our product because we also believe that's good enough to sell you on it. That said, just a quick introduction why we came up with this. We didn't really like the fact that a lot of people always said like, oh man, I wish I could play guitar, I wish I could make music, but it's like so hard to pick up on it. And that's why we're trying to create a product that allows everybody to create music without that much of knowledge, or close to nothing. In a second.
Yeah, when there's signal, like
No?
No.
Or just like light down, for example. Maybe? No?
No.
So you have to enable it. Nice.
Okay, cool.
Ow.
Yeah. So go for it. This is our product Mixdown. I'm going to get out of the way of it. It's a mobile music making service that allows you to make tunes out of samples. And Jerry is going to demonstrate it now. So the first stage is drawing, and this is the MVP version of the product. We are going to have eventually the ability to have a selfie in there, so you can take your breakfast or your lovely face. You can make a music video, and you just drag your beats to the line. Each one of those symbols is a different musical instrument, and as you can see, you go through, and it's very simple to make music, basically in seconds. You can tap the notes to change them, to have more control. The kind of principle we're going to here is to take away the mistakes you can make as someone who doesn't really understand music. When you're first trying to make music, there's a lot of times that you can do things like go out of control or out of time, out of tone. So we restrict you from being able to do those things and give you a bit of a random, happy accident approach to making music. And this is our jam time. So these are basically filters that you can add that change up your track. There are going to be a whole bunch of these. This one's the Robot Rave, and there's going to be like Jungle Jam and a bunch of these. And as he's doing this here, as he's jamming, it's recording his song to the web player. And we have one of the songs that we made earlier also on the web player. The idea is you can share it. It's not activated at the moment, but to any of these things. Nice. No, 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 never. All right. Don't show my password. Yeah. So yeah, the idea is that you can just make lots of tracks, share them with your friends to any of your social media. And that's us, that's Mixdown, and we will be submitting on Friday. So hopefully you'll be able to download it like sometime next week. Yeah, never mind.
I'm going to plug it back in for the questions.
Yeah, just for the questions. All right. Now he's turned it off now. Any questions? Any at all? No questions?
Are you able to upload your own samples at some point, or?
Yeah, this is the MVP version. That's the goal, right? So we want you to be. Yes, look. Yeah. So we want you to be able to upload your own samples, upload your own music videos. So what you can do is not only you can put music in, you can take it out and you can use it in like music creation software. The idea is that this is your kind of stepping stone from knowing nothing about music to
getting started on it.
Yeah,
jamming.
Getting started, jamming, that kind of thing.
So a basic question.
Yep.
How do the user actually create the music by touching different icons?
So those are musical instruments, right? So what you do is when you drag that to the line, it kind of plays them. We can pretty much show it again if you want to see it. It's nice. So the idea is that when you have a drawing, and the drawing can be anything, it doesn't affect the tune, what you have down the side is each one is a different kind of instrument. And when you drag them across, they make a note, and it plays the note in the order that you've drawn it. And so, yeah. So you can see there that we've got a vertical line. He drew it that direction. You can see the pulse going there. And then that makes that particular tone. And he can tap them to change the... Easy, Tiger. He can tap them. Sorry, I apologize for the pre-tuned eardrums. But yeah, so that's how you make it.
And how many instruments do you have?
So at the moment we have
2 sample banks, and these sample banks include, I think, 3 lead instruments, 2 bass, and a bunch of percussion instruments.
Like there's a lot of instruments in the whole world, so how are you going to manage that? So I think...
No, we're going to add to that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure that our concept behind this is like you draw music and then you drag something onto a line, and you don't have like a musical interface to represent your track, that this works, at least in the beginning with our curated samples. And from there on, we also want to, like, right now we're testing how it works if you just randomly put samples in there and then use the same interface with it. So this is just a curated version of it.
And how is this to integrate with the conventional system of making music? I mean, so right now what we have, and how you can integrate both systems?
Do you mean how we, for example, would export to a existing music software like Ableton, Fruity Loops, or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, if you save like a project in Ableton, right? It's just a project file that just says use this synthesizer, use this sample at that moment, and then introduce this pattern at another moment. And since the underlying tech is the same for our software as well as for Ableton, just like timing, different samples and dynamics and whatever, we can just export that to that format.
Thank you.